How's it all going, guys? Deeks here again with All About Truvis 39. How are you doing? I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Me, not so much. A few days before Christmas Day, I came down with horrendous food poisoning, and I really struggled up until the run until Christmas. And that wasn't it. Unfortunately, I was also admitted to hospital yesterday with kidney stones. They've gone through the kidney now, but I'm going to be seeing them stateside relatively shortly. So I can't imagine this horrible short period is finished for me just yet. But I've been desperately trying to make you an All About Truvis for about 2 weeks now, mainly because of Dan. Dan, thank you so much for the ones that you've sent through for me this time. Really appreciate it, and I hope we can do another trade in the near future. Also, shout out to Kyle, who sent me 3 of today's balls, and Siegfried, I have got the money ball. Now, I know it's not Truvis, but there is a place for it on this episode, so I wanted to say thank you as well. Now, in All About Truvis 38, I cut out towards the end of it, and there were 3 balls missing. You may also notice that the video quality on this is not as it should be. That's because my phone's playing silly buggers, and I managed to record All About Truvis 39 about twice today already, and both times it's cut out halfway through. So I reverted back to the old iPad, and I'm hoping that I can get through 15 balls before my iPad kicks out. So I'm going to pick up where I left off in All About Truvis 38, and hopefully we can get through it. But we ended on Bayern Munich, which is a lovely ball, and I was just about to turn over to a ball that I was said very interesting, very excited to have, and that is the Formosa Plastics, which is a pink and black ball. Now, not particularly outstanding in many ways, but the fact that it's pink and black is a combination we don't see too often. I've said before that I'm a bit worried that people assume pink with women, and so we're not allowed to collect the pink ones, but actually I think they really stand out on the shelf, and the fact that they're with the black, really nice ball. Last one from the last episode is Costa Palmas, which is a gold palm tree. I need to learn my trees, but it is a nice one. As you can see, I've got a new light, and it does stand out. It's not getting completely washed out by the light, so I'm quite pleased with that one. So let's move on to the ones from this episode, and the first one that Dan sent me is the one that you have already clicked on the thumbnail, and that is the green paws. Now, I think Callaway have tapped into something here. The fact that you've now got 3 styles, all look identical in different colours, I think they could do that more. I think it would appeal to certainly us collectors, but I also think it would appeal to new collectors as well. I think, you know, if you had like a yellow one and an orange one and a purple one, people would actually be really interested in collecting them. You could have like festive ones, so like a green and a red one. There's lots of different things that you can do, and I think it would be really nice. But when the 3 of these are up on the wall, they're really going to draw people's eye to it. So I think this is a stunner. So the paws. The next one is one that has appeared on the channel previously. However, I'm going to show it again, and that's the teal staffer. The one that I had previously was not mint. This one is mint, so huge thank you, Dan. But it's a really nice ball, and like with the paws one before, you could get like a row of these and they'd all really stand out. I don't think Callaway are going to stop doing these staff balls. I think we're going to see them in all different types of colours. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a yellow one in the future, but I don't know how they're going to do the pence with that one. I think the black one would get washed out in the light. Maybe a blue. Yellow with blue pence. Why aren't you doing yellow with blue pence? I've seen 1 or 2 before, and they are stunning. So maybe Callaway staffer. Next ball, yellow with blue pence and the master staff symbol. Next one is Cedar Creek with 1974. Now, the blue one of these has appeared on my channel previously, and I think the blue one stands out a little bit more than this one. But both of these balls from Michigan will look really great together. You know, another one of those where you can have the uniformity and they stand out. Cedar Creek. The next one is Suelo. I'm really apologising if I'm saying that wrong. And you've got green and brown and their logo. Now, this is a nice ball. It's unusual. You don't see many with this colour. However, I think they've missed a trick. I really think they should have gone with the brown and the green pence and the white logo inside. I think that would be much more punchy. And if they've not done it already, I think we may see the next version in the pence, because they're just so much clearer. Here, yes, it is unusual. We don't see many like this, but I think it gets lost. The next one is a story that I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to mention any names, but I think it's one of those ones that I would like to share the story, especially for you fellow collectors. Now, this is Lacoma Golf, and it's just their logo, number 67. Now, I've had this in my collection before, but it wasn't mint, so I'm really pleased that Dan's able to send me a mint one. I will be selling the old one on eBay shortly. Now, when all these people are selling mint Callaway golf balls on eBay, the majority of them have secured them from buying bulk purchases of the overprints that Callaway sell on eBay. So they will simply print, box them all up. Any leftover will get stuck in a bin, and then they will sell them as overprints. Now, they are a really great way for collectors to improve their collection, and there are really good ways for eBay sellers to make a profit, and I've got no issues with them doing that. The slight problem with doing this is you are never going to get 12 individual separate balls. So, for instance, recently, last time they did that, you've got a lot of the Steph Curry balls that they re-released. Or I don't think they re-released. I think they just had too many printed and kept them in the stockroom and had to get rid of them some way. But then the time before that, we saw lots of the red teddies flood the market. And you will find that when you buy 12, you will find that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them will be the same ball, and then you'll get a couple of extra ones. Now, a good friend of mine ordered 8 dozen of these overprints, and you'd expect as a collector to maybe get 4, 5 dozen of singular balls that you've not got, or just singular balls that, you know, are unique. Now, Callaway decided to send him 8 dozen Lacoma Golf. Now, a human packed that box. A human knew what they were doing, and I just think it's really, really, I don't think I've sworn on this channel, so I'm not going to, but a real DICK move, because they knew the person that was buying this was buying it to improve their collection. And I just thought it was a really bad decision on the behalf of that member of staff. I'm not saying Callaway have done it. It was a member of staff that chose to do it. So he's now got 8 dozen of these balls. Now, he can sell a couple of them, sure, but I'm sure he's going to be playing with these for the next 2-3 years. And I would have no surprise if the south of the UK is littered with them in hedgerows alongside golf courses over the next 3 or 4 years. And I'm really sorry if that was a slight on your golf ability there, but you've got to use them. You're not going to sell them all. So when you are buying from the Callaway pre-owned, just beware, because it sounds better than it is. And I know the majority of the people out there are very happy, but just be careful, because this was a really sucky situation. Next one from Dan is Mecca Bar. And I think I wrote down where Mecca Bar was, and I think the home of Mecca Bar may be Alaska. I don't know how they've ascertained that, but it's a nice ball. It's in red and it stands out, nice punchy. Next one is an absolute favourite of mine. It is really, really nice, and it is St. Louis City, and it's got the number 2023 on. I don't know if they've got an event in 2023, but it is just a really nice ball. Now, the red in this ball is not your traditional red. It is a distinct, slight bit darker, and it is really nice. I don't know whether it's one of the new colours that Callaway have come out with, but it is a stunner. I really like this one, and I know someone that's going to want to trade this with me, and they've got a couple of balls that I really want, but I will be loath to let this one go because I love it. Next one is Miscanor in Alberta, and it is just a maroon fox with the number 1978, Miscanor. But it is a really nice ball. You know I love the nature balls, and you don't see too many in maroon, so I like that one. Next one, I'm going to have to refer to my notes. It is Royal Ottawa. Now, you know that I get a bit, I don't want to say bored because I don't want to upset the great people at Royal Ottawa, but it is quite bland. It is just their crest in green. Now, if that's what they want, absolutely fine. It's nice for the the people that want to play a ball, but from a collector's point of view, this is going to get lost with every single one of the green crested balls, because the crest is usually quite intricate and delicate, and you just can't transmit that detail onto a really small print on the side of a golf ball. So if it were me, I'm not an expert, but I mean, am I an expert? I've got over 600 now. I've got to be coming close to an expert. I would have just stuck the Royal Ottawa sign instead of all the crest into a pen. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward, bish bash bosh, everyone's happy. But it's a new one for the collection, and I won't moan. Although I just did. Right, next one is an unknown, and this is one that Kyle sent me. I don't know which one this is, but it is like a kind of like a cowboy. I don't know if that's a horse or a bull. I should have really looked at that with the number 20 on. But it's another one of those nice kind of green balls there with the golf flag in the background. I'm getting messages from my phone saying I'm running out of space, so I'm really going to bash through the next ones. Another one that Carl sent me, and I love this ball, and it is the Brown Acorns. Now, I couldn't determine what these were for a while, but when you actually see the ball, it is clearly acorns with the number 1, but it's that brown colour that you don't see too often, and it just really, really stands out. I love that one. And the other one that Carl sent me was a UK one, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting to see this, but it's Wallerton Park in Nottingham, which, to be honest, is not too far. It's about an hour and a half drive away from me. But it's lovely. It's the big staggy moose, stag or moose, make your mind up, I don't know, 1927. But it's a really, really nice green nature ball. Really, really pleased with it. So, yeah, started life here, went over there, came back. So, it cut me off again, but I've gone far too far through the video, so I'm going to learn how to stitch a couple of videos together. Now, I've mentioned all of the balls that I wanted to, apart from Siegfried. I have finally got the Money TP5. Thank you so much. I'm still certain I'm the biggest TP5 collector in the UK. Not that anyone's watched that video. I've not had anything from TaylorMade, nothing from Callaway. It's like the big companies don't want to know. But then I've only got 31 subscribers, so why would they? But if you are watching these videos and you think it would be better for a wider audience, please do share it on social media. I appreciate any I see any time mentioning me out there, and I'm never going to get 4 million subscribers, but it would be nice to, have a really small corner of the internet that we can call the Truvis corner. The only other thing that I want to say is, Dan, thank you so much for organising these balls, and as I said, I hope we can trade again in the future. You're going to have to tell me these these Pro V1s with the star on. I've tried to find out what the star means, and I can't. No idea what it means. Is it a limited edition? Is it just for one particular player? I mean, I don't know what they are, so please let me know in the comments, because I certainly won't use them. But if they're of value to someone, I could use them to trade, and I'd be happy to do that. But obviously, I don't want to trade a ball that's super duper rare, or a ball that you can pick up at any Dick's Sporting Goods. So if you're watching, Dan, let me know exactly what is this about. Anyway, it is the new year fast approaching, and I know 2021's been a bit rubbish. Better than 2020 though. So I'm really hoping 2022 is much better for everyone. I've already got a few balls planned. Phil, I know you've got the lip hooks for me, and maybe the Pocono one. And I had a chat with Josh. I've never mentioned Josh on the channel, but Josh is going to be sending me a few in the next couple of months. In fact, that reminds me, Stephen, I may need to get you to take delivery of those for me. This is the best way I can ask you, surely. But yeah, big thank you to Josh if you're watching. Anyway, it's been so good to finally get this. I've been so ill, and I've been sat on these balls out for like 10 days now, and it's really good to connect with you guys again. Next year, I'm going to be moving house, and I can hopefully start to think about how we're going to get all of these displayed. Am I going to talk to a carpenter or someone that's a specialist with perspex? I don't know. I've already tried a glazier, and it's going to cost me about £100 for one shelf about this long, with a couple of holes in. So we're not going to go the glass way because I am not minted. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm hopefully going to stitch these two videos now, and I hope it looks okay. But it has been so wonderful to meet you all again. Do like, do subscribe if you've not already, and I will catch you hopefully in the next few weeks on All About Truvis 40. Stay tuned. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.